Hello, welcome to Thursday's Children's ITV. Got another cracking day for you with a nice surprise which I'll be telling you about a little bit later on. And we've also got some exciting news next week as well, because I'm going to be interviewing Scooby-Doo live on Children's ITV. And that exciting news about today is that Pat Sharp is going to be here sitting in this chair beside me in about 2 ticks. But first of all, let's get things going. Have you ever looked at these things on television and wondered what they are? Well, they're these little sort of clock things. I've got a special remote control thing to start the clock. And before a really cracking television programme, you always get one of these. And Scooby certainly is that.
Uncle Scooby?
Brilliant. Brilliant. Scooby wins again. Well done, our Scooby. Now, I've been joined by our guest this afternoon, Pat Sharp. You made it in time just.
Hi, Tommy. How you doing?
You had a bit of a hairy drive?
Oh,
hairy, sorry.
Thank you. That's a good one. He's off. I'm going to last a long time here.
Sorry. Had a bit of a hairy drive up?
Okay.
I'll ask you again.
I did, but I got there from London and I'm here now and I'm going to make your house a fun house.
Yeah, no, your fun house is on a little bit later on.
4:40.
People will be wondering what you're doing here if you're doing fun house, but you did actually make these fun houses just a few days ago?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, done recently. And what I do is I like to run around like the kids in the show. So I'll run there, run here, run back, have some tea and so on.
You were enjoying Scooby-Doo, and you nudged me and you said, here, I know something about Scooby-Doo nobody else knows.
Well, I hope it's right, and you can put me wrong or right on this if you do know, and that is that there's a guy who's a DJ in America by the name of Casey Kasem, and he's ancient. He's got like a very old face on him, even older than mine. I feel a bit tired today. And
he plays Shaggy.
Apparently, he is the voice of Shabby / Shaggy.
Stay where you are, back in a tick.
How do they do it? Why do they do it? You can find out when the world's top stuntmen and women compete in a spectacular competition. Eddie Kidd and Frank Bruno introduce...
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, okay, don't try it.
Monday action at 20 to 5 on Children's ITV.
This is Children's ITV, and this is my guest, Pat Sharp. Funhouse on a bit later on.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it?
Well, we were chatting about it whilst we were watching Don't Try This at Home. Do you fancy danger?
Yeah, but not at home, as you say. I think you should do it, obviously, with somebody who does know what they're doing. I remember once standing at a circus and the guy throwing the knives at me, and I went...
Is that right?
Yeah, and they went like that.
Was that for a television programme?
Yeah, and then it sort of like pinned back my hair like this, and I was going like this.
Your hair again?
Yeah. Well, it did. It grabbed me like that, but
it's
good.
a great haircut, Pat.
Well, it is a great... This one was cut.
Grow it even longer. Time for Disney's DuckTales now.
It's Gizmo.
You're a fan of Gizmo, aren't you? OK, what's today's episode called? Oh, this is interesting. It's called Yuppie Ducks. Here we go.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo!
Children's ITV, our guest for the afternoon, Pat Sharp.
Tommy, it's
Funhouse. You're enjoying yourself.
Uncle Scrooge, I wish he'd lend me a few quid.
Would you like a lolly?
Thank you very much.
I've got some lollies. What would you have if it was you? Choc ices there are there?
I think they'd have the legendary orange fruity, because it's been pretty warm today, hasn't it? Even if it's been raining a bit.
Guess what I found out about him whilst we were enjoying DuckTales? Your mum studied with somebody very famous. Go on.
She did.
Tell people at home.
RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, with Joan Collins, which makes you realise how old my mum is.
No, you weren't supposed to say that.
No, I wasn't.
But that's really interesting, because Joan Collins is like one of the most famous film stars on earth. All right.
So she told us.
And you're one of the most, he linked, famous television presenters on earth, and your show's coming up in 2 ticks. Time for Funhouse on Children's ITV. This is the man who brings us Funhouse every week. But you're here enjoying all the programmes.
They're great, actually, yeah. I've enjoyed the first couple. I'm not a cartoon, though, so...
No, you're not. You're a real human being.
Sort of. Just
Let's talk quickly about Funhouse before we enjoy today's show. I know there's one important thing you wanted to mention.
There is, Tommy, yeah. Basically, I mean, if I had £1 for every one of you who's come up to me in the street or anywhere and has said, here, how can I get on Funhouse? Can I write to you? The answer is no, you can't write in. The only way you get on is if they, the TV company, comes round to your school, brings a camera, auditions you and says, you look good. That's the way they do it. Looking for outgoing people, they have to come to your school.
Can you even ask if your school could be one of the ones visited? I suppose that's one thing you could try.
You could get your headmistress to write to the TV company, yeah. Scottish TV,
Okay, yeah, and And the people to write to in television, that's the reason for the names that come up at the end of programmes. Those are the people to write to.
That's it.
So what I want to ask you, I think everybody wants to know this, those cars, the cars that you drive, are they real cars?
Petrol-driven carts.
Are
Yep,
they?
They are.
They really are real cars?
Not even unleaded, 4-star. That's a fortune.
Yours looks quite nippy, actually, is
At
it?
the beginning, yeah, that's a real quick one, yeah. I'm not sure if I'll be in that today. I can't remember what I was driving this week.
And what about the gunge and stuff and things like that? Is that smelly?
It is. It's the leftovers of lunch, yeah.
Oh, it isn't, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right, well, we can settle back and enjoy today's. Do you enjoy watching them just as much as making them?
Yeah, I do.
I'm glad to hear you say it, because we think it's great too. And the Funhouse man, Pat Sharp, has been our guest on Children's ITV this afternoon. I've really enjoyed it. It's been fascinating.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. I've enjoyed
Really
coming back
nice
here
to meet
and
you.
stuff like that. But
Really nice to
I
meet
must
you.
point out once again, if you do want to come on that, wait until they come to your school. That's the only way you get on.
It's very important because obviously you don't like to disappoint people, do you?
I don't. What's going on here?
Nothing. I don't like to disappoint people either because we've had quite a few requests, obviously, connected with you. Lots of letters.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
What?
You wouldn't.
What?
You... Oh, no.
So, who did this last time? I cut this the last time.
It's been a long time,
Sorry?
actually.
Is it? Really? Seriously? I mean, when did you last have
You
it?
know the story of Samson and Delilah?
Is it like that
Now,
with
you
you,
know
is
how
it?
strong I look in Funhouse. You wouldn't want to take all that away, would you?
No, well, I don't know about that, really. I'll just hang on, take a little bit... Are you all right here?
Easy.
Sorry, just head forward a little bit, would sir? Okay, you all right there?
Not on TV,
There we are.
please.
No, that's right.
Tell them what's on tomorrow.
Anyway, and we can catch you on the radio, can't we?
Yeah, on Capital FM in London.
Yeah.
It's lucky it's radio ready because I haven't got the face for anything else now.
Yeah, there we are. So, have you booked a holiday yet this year, sir? This is making you nervous, Pat, isn't it?
Hey, there's always some tape. I could stick it back together.
No, there we are. Anyway, there's a little souvenir. So if anybody would like to write in for it,
Oh, dear.
there we are. No, I had to do that. I had to do that. People keep telling me to get my hair cut. And you are... And all I...
Nelly the Elephant, Rod and Emu, The Magic Crown, Go-Getters, they're all on tomorrow. You're going to love it. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Anything else you got to say?
No, I've got 5 seconds though to say...
Oh, don't worry about it.
Here we go.
Here we go. See you later, honey. Bye.
Thanks, Pat.
Pleasure.